Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Today I'm reviewing LEGO Marvel Infinity Saga set number 40525 Endgame Battle. This has 62 pieces, 4 minifigures, and 1 buildable figure, and it retails for $15 in the US, so this is already pretty impressive because most licensed minifigure battle pack things like this only come with 3 or 4 figures. The Star Wars ones are the same price but only have 3, so this one it actually has like a lot to offer right off the bat. So the big deal with all of these minifigure packs is that they all come with one exclusive figure. Here, that is Korg. We get him in his Endgame or like Ragnarok battle outfit. I think he wore the same thing. This is a pretty awesome figure. I love his torso printing. I love his leg printing. Always good to see leg printing on LEGO Marvel figures. But sadly, there's nothing around the sides of the legs. I do wish LEGO had dual molded those because I think it's super lame when LEGO prints skin color onto the front but then doesn't continue it around the sides. This is the same head mold that was in the Bro Thor's New Asgard set in 2021. Korg does have some nice back printing, and he comes with an alternate face too. I really like, that kind of cracked, rocky skin look that they've got for him. And this was a really nice surprise because we didn't think that like a Korg minifigure in this style was coming, and he's getting another minifigure this month in the Goat Boat set from Love and Thunder. His weapon here is just like a gun on a stick, basically. This is one of the newer style stud shooters, and I'm just realizing I forgot to put the trigger in it, but you guys know how these work, and it just like goes on his hand like that, and I kind of like that because it looks like it's resting on his shoulder. Next up, we have Meek. Meek also came in the new Asgard set, but it was just kind of like this printed minifigure head on the larva body. It's great to get an exoskeleton for him or her. I forget if I think Taika Waititi said that Meek was a her, but I'm not sure. But I think it's super lame, though, that LEGO classifies this as a minifigure. They call it a minifigure on the box. They say that this set comes with 5 minifigures, and that's just absolute crap in my opinion. LEGO has always been very specific on the fact that minifigures include, like a torso, legs, body, and then like head or hat piece. Like not always a hat piece because they can be bald too, but LEGO's been very specific about what constitutes a minifigure in the past. So them trying to pass this off as a minifigure now is just crap because it only has one part of an actual minifigure, which is the head. Like if LEGO doesn't consider R2-D2 or Unikitty minifigures, then there's no way Meek is a minifigure. So that does it for that little rant. It just really annoys me that LEGO will just like randomly switch up their standards like that to try to promote this set as having 5 minifigures. This one also, like, I don't love this build. It looks really good, but I think it's terrible, like, functionally, because it's just built awkwardly. Like, you can see how much the back sticks out over the legs. You can move these arms, like, up and down a bit, but they're just swords, and, like, again, everything will twist with it. Like, if you want to move the arms up, you have to hold this in place so he doesn't bend at the waist, and then you have to hold, like, the handlebars in place at the same time. And it's like too much. And then there's skeleton legs, which work just fine, but it also means that Meek cannot stand up. Like LEGO shows you building Meek with the legs this close together. And if you do that, oh, never mind. I was going to say it can't stand up, but if you tip his head forward a lot, he will. Okay, so that's great. But if you have it like going back at all, it will fall over quite easily. So I don't love this build. I feel like LEGO could have done better here. We might as well continue the rant because this is a Ragnarok Valkyrie minifigure from the What If TV show, yet it's in an Avengers Endgame set. Once again, that's so stupid. I really do not like that this minifigure is included here. It's great to get her in a cheap set, I will say that. And this is a fantastic figure overall. Like, great torso print, great face print. Her cape, I really like that cut. Her hairpiece is from The Hobbit and isn't really seen that much anymore, so it's good to see it still be in sets. Her sword is way too big. She should be using like that Roman like gladius, that short sword piece that she used. I'm pretty sure she used it in like the What If set that this minifigure comes from. But this Valkyrie is just not accurate. Like, she's not in this scene. This is not what she wears, so honestly, even though I really like the Korg minifigure, I would have much preferred it if LEGO had put like the new print budget into doing her Ragnarok / Endgame outfit, because like fans have been asking for that for a really long time. All right, then we have Endgame Thor, who is also cool and also inaccurate because he's holding Mjolnir instead of Stormbreaker. Yes, Mjolnir was involved in the Endgame battle, and yes, Thor did wield it at one point, but he was wielding Stormbreaker for like 99% of the battle because Captain America was using Mjolnir. So again, I think that stuff like that is really stupid. Like, it would not have broken the parts budget for LEGO to include the Stormbreaker build here, and so I don't know why they do stuff like this. But I mean, this is, again, a good figure. Great to get him in a really cheap set, because in last year's Infinity Saga wave, he only comes in either a $70 set or a $150 set. And we only get one random Chitauri, which is nice, because LEGO could just fill this up. Like, they could have given us 2 Chitauri minifigures and only 2 heroes, so I'm glad they didn't do that. Really like that purple shield piece as well, and the prints on this guy are great, but it is repeated from last year's sets. And this is the only build of the set. This is kind of what sets it apart from the recent Star Wars ones. They had substantial builds, but more of the budget for this one went into minifigures. So you just get this little turret for the Chitauri. He can just like stand right behind it. I do wish he had a gun or something, although actually no, I don't, because you can just take this one out and then give it to him. And again, this is like that Korg one whose trigger I forgot. It's just like the new style stud shooter. You guys know how these work. This turret is kind of weird because it's also built around a handlebar, and it's also got like a ton of moving bits. Just kind of an interesting design. I wish it had a little bit of gold, because the Chitauri color scheme is like dark tan and gold and like trans purple in LEGO, but I mean, it's fine for what it is. Here are the extra pieces, including a bunch of extra ammo for those stud shooters. And the box is one of these LEGO like minifigure cutout ones. Again, I really like the Infinity Saga box art. I'm glad that LEGO didn't change it for this year. There are not 5 minifigures in this set. Do not listen to that, because that is not a minifigure. And then at the back, it shows you the 5 characters included, but it doesn't highlight Korg as being the exclusive, which is kind of interesting because other sets have like highlighted with a little banner, like what the exclusive figure is. Yeah, so overall, I don't think this is a bad set. It's obviously much better for you if you don't have that What If set with Valkyrie, and if you don't own that Endgame Thor figure already. But I feel like this is a pretty lazy set. Korg is a really nice minifigure, I will say that, and it's great to get an exclusive Korg. But when LEGO announced an Infinity Saga battle pack, I was hoping we would get an Iron Patriot or an Endgame Valkyrie, or even like Nebula, who just needs like an orange stripe on her face. Not Korg. Korg is great, but we got Hawaiian Korg last year. We're getting a Love and Thunder Korg this year. Like, I don't really see why why Korg gets 3 really high quality exclusive minifigures in like 9 months of like a time span, and yet they throw What If Valkyrie based on Ragnarok into this set. That just irritates me. And again, it just feels like LEGO, it feels like this was an afterthought, like they didn't care about anything, because again, even like inaccurate minifigure with an inaccurate weapon, accurate figure with an inaccurate weapon. Meek's build looks great, but isn't really like playable at all. Like, it took me like 3 tries to get him standing up here, and he'll fall over if I like so much as breathe on him. And yeah, I don't love this set. I can't make myself love it. I know that some people really like it, but to me, this one just isn't great. But I'm sure I'd feel differently if I didn't already own that Thor and that Valkyrie minifigure. So if you don't, this is great for you. I do think it's good value. You get 4 minifigures and a buildable figure for $15. So this is like much better value than the Star Wars packs. And so I'd recommend buying it like just for that reason alone. But I expected more from LEGO, and I think that they can do better, because this is basically a Ragnarok minifigure pack. If Thor was different, it could easily just be based on Ragnarok with a random Chitauri thrown in. So that's it for today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com, and I will see you guys with more videos soon. Bye for now.